Yo, what is up, YouTube? We are going to be talking about and doing Umamusume Max Limit Break. Max Limit Break, what that means is by uncapping the SR card as many times as you can, so a total of 4 times, right? And for 5 copies. We're going to go over all of the SR cards and the Max Limit Break version and putting it on a tier list. Chances are, if you rolled for Kitasan Black, what happens is you're going to have a lot of SR cards. That's usually why you rolled. If you missed Kitasan Black, chances are you have 1 or 2 cards that are max limit broken, especially if you threw like 200 pulls into the account, right? So we're going to be talking about all the good SR cards, all the SR cards that are available right now. And then in the future, we'll kind of use this list as a reference for all the SR cards that are to come. But yeah, if you were wondering how good the SR cards are that you have max limit broken, how to evaluate SR cards, that's what this video is for. And that's what we're doing here. We have YouTube and Twitch chat with us here today. I'm gonna be live. I plan on every day. I hope to be live every day. So hop on stream and be a part of the conversation. That we're gonna definitely hear from their opinions. But let's go ahead and get into the video, the topic. Okay, let's go through each one of these cards. We're gonna hop in and take a look at all the cards and as well compare them to other ones as well. So the first one we're gonna look at is gonna be Fuji Kiseki. Not a very exciting card. We're gonna put her over here in our comparison, and then we're gonna compare it to just other SR Wit cards as well. I think that's a good idea. Fuji Kiseki, she's an SR card. What is she like at max limit break? Is she good? So this is what she is. Without limit breaks, there's no race bonus, fan count bonus, wisdom bonus. We're gonna go ahead and just make sure we max limit break. With Game Tora, it does have Wit cards over here, or Wit bonus, right? Which is pretty nice for any of these Wit stat cards. A good way to evaluate these type of cards is just to be able to compare all of them and kind of see them stacked up next to each other, right? For Fuji Kiseki, we can see a few things that lead us to believe that she's not as good as some of her other cards by comparison. Where do we look at? We look at specialty priority. What is specialty priority? Specialty priority is the likelihood that a support card, which is like a training partner, right? Who, the likelihood that they will appear on the training that they prefer. In this case, Wit training, right? And the thing about Wit cards, you have to understand or ask yourself, like, why are we running Wit cards, right? Usually, when you're making a deck, you're putting like 1 Wit card in the deck, or maybe 2, sometimes 3 if you're like maybe making a really fast front runner, right? But why you put a Wit card in your deck is usually for this reason, which is the Wit friendship recovery. So when you do Wit training and you become friends with that training partner, then whenever they are on that training, you do Wit training, you do a friendship training with them on the Wit training, you will get more energy, right? And you will get 4 more energy with these SR cards. And actually, these max limit break SR cards are very good by comparison to, let's say, let's change this out for fine motion, right? Let's say you got 0 limit break fine motion. If you look at all these like Wit SR cards, max limit break, you have more friendship recovery than fine motion. And you might be thinking like, oh, it's just 1 energy. But you have to think about an accumulation throughout the entire career, right? Throughout the entire career, you're getting 1 more energy whenever you do friendship training with them. That's really good, right? So a lot of these Wit SR cards, especially if you have only 0 limit break fine motion, they're better. Even 1 limit break fine motion, you're looking at Wit bonus only as an addition, right? So it's 0 right now, but 1 limit break, it's 1. I would still say it's like pretty, like it would be better, honestly, from 1 limit break. 1 limit break is nice for fine motion for sure. She has other things like events, which make her really good, like practice perfect as a 3rd option for her skill, right? Or her chain event. I do think the max limit break versions are very good. So if you don't have fine motion max limit break, you have these SR cards, and a lot of these SR cards are good. When we get to other scenarios, I don't know if it's Alharu. Alharu probably is pretty race intensive. So you get more bonuses from racing, or rather, you're more incentivized during this career to race more, right? And team race too. You have like training partners that also race with you. So there's Alharu, and there's also, I'm pretty sure, Make a New Track. For sure, Alharu. now that I'm remembering. You have friendship bonus, mood effect, no training effectiveness. And so what you want to see on a lot of these stat stick cards, you want friendship bonus and training effectiveness, and you want a good specialty priority. Those are like the 3 main things. Mood effect is okay, but it's not very, like, no one really cares too much about it. And the reason why is because, let's see if I could illustrate this easily. Let's say you have a speed training that gives you like plus 10, right? You're in a great mood, right? Great mood means it's plus 20%. So if it's plus 20%, that means you get plus 2 stat, right? Now, what does mood effect do? Mood effect is whatever this value is, so it's like 50%. You're gonna get plus 50%. You would think it would be from like this plus 12, the sum, but it's not. This plus 50% applies to this. This plus 50% applies to this, so you're just getting this plus 50%. Sounds like a crazy number, but it's actually just plus 1. And also, if you're not in a great mood and you're in a awful mood, which is minus 20%, that multiplies against that too. From what I've heard, I might be wrong on that. That sounds a little harsh, but from what I've heard, it multiplies against this too. That's what it does. This applies only to the mood effect, what you get from the mood. So that's why mood effect isn't very good. As opposed to friendship bonus or training effectiveness or increased training, right? As opposed to this is just 5% to the sum total. Would it be minus 1 then? I think so, yeah. Because like if you're doing minus 20%, then you're doing like what? Minus 2, right? And so this 50% of this, I guess so, like it's 150%, right? It would be minus 1. Yeah, you actually lose stats. So chat confirmed you lose stats. This is all in the reference document too. I'm pretty sure I read it there. But yeah, you should be losing stats with the mood bonus if you're in a bad mood. If you're in a good mood, great, right? But it's still just like, it's such a minor increase. So Fuji Kiseki is gonna go in the C tier. If I look at her skills as well, does it really apply? Not really. Are her events really good? She doesn't give you energy. She doesn't give you mood. She gives you some stats for wisdom. Not very good. Pace chaser, is that a good skill for pace chasing? Not really. She's not a very good card to max limit break. And it's important to know like what cards are good max limit broken, because to level up a card all the way to max is a lot of money and a lot. Look at this, okay? To get 25, which is 0 limit break, is only 10k, 21k. To get all of it is 75k support points and 150k monies. So you have to know what is a good SR card to level up, okay? Anything past 25 is expensive. Okay, so while we're here, why don't we talk about the other Wit cards, right? Let's talk about Daiwa Scarlet. So Daiwa Scarlet over here. Daiwa Scarlet is an SR Wit card. We're gonna max limit break her. What does she get from it? I believe she gets from this one over here. She gets hint from 1 limit break, and then max limit break, she gets the Wit bonus, right? Most of the Wit cards are pretty, like, equal almost with the Wit friendship recovery. But Daiwa Scarlet, I think, is pretty fine because she does have the more friendship bonus. She doesn't have training effectiveness, but her specialty priority is 50. She has 5 race bonus. Those are good stats, right? So she's likely to land on it. If I put her on the tier list, she's going to go 1 above Fuji Kiseki. She's very playable, absolutely better than Fuji Kiseki. So I put her in a B tier. Agnes Tachyon. So between Agnes Tachyon and Marvelous Sunday, these are the top tier SR Wit cards. And even from like a Japanese player's perspective, these are the cards that were there for them through the thick and thin. You know what I mean? They're the cards that are very dependable, very good. And I do think that there is a clear difference between them though. I do think that one card is way better than the other. And so what we have here for Agnes Tachyon, we have 50 specialty priority. We have training effectiveness 5%. We got 20% friendship bonus. Very, very good stuff. 25 friendship gauge, that's great. It means that it's easier to become friends with her. 10 race bonus, so she's going to be relevant in Aoharu. Maybe make a new track, but I'm pretty sure Aoharu because it's much more race focused, right? She's good. She's a really good card. She has skill point bonus. That's just something that Marvelous Sunday does not have. More skill points means more skills. More skills is a more stronger Uma. You also have pretty good skills, but what are her skills? Well, it's going to be up tempo. It's medium straightaways, medium corners. It's all medium. So she has medium support hints, right? Skills from events. She got subdued front runners, which is like pretty good, I would say. I think everyone like runs a front runner pretty much for everything, maybe except for long. And late surge or savvy, which is okay, right? Her events are not really anything too good or too great. No energy, no mood. So for me, Agnes Tachyon is good. She's clearly better than Daiwa Scarlet. She's gonna go into the A tier. Now, where are we gonna put Marvelous Sunday? Well, Marvelous Sunday doesn't have training effectiveness, as you notice, right? However, she does have 20 friendship bonus still. She gives you 20 more initial wit, right? Which is still very relevant. Friendship gauge is around the same. You have hint levels and hint level frequency a little higher than Agnes Tachyon, which is nice, right? She does not have the skill point bonus. She has the same specialty priority. But if we take a look at Marvelous Sunday's skills, we have straightaway adept, usable on anyone. Ramp up, usable on anyone. Tail held high. This is, I don't know exactly the math or like the comparison between all skills, but from what I've heard, tail held high is a very efficient velocity skill, 3 seconds for 15 centimeters per second. It's also in a sense controllable because it activates in the middle leg. It's for 3 skills during the mid race, right? This is a good skill. This is a good skill to have. You have hesitant front runners, hesitant pace chasers. Anyone can use these skills as debuffs, right? And you also have really good training events. You have Marvelous, no question, 10 energy for the top option. Bottom option gives 1 mood, so you have options, right, to recover from a bad situation. And how to be more marvelous, which is 10 energy and 1 mood. So she's a really good, very reliable wit card. She might not have training effectiveness, but that's totally fine. She still has great skills that she can give, and she has good events. So Marvelous Sunday is actually one of the rare few cards who deserves to be in S tier. She's a very, very good card. I mean, you might be able to pull like her in B, but I would not personally. I think Fuji Kiseki is definitely worse tier than Daiwa Scarlet. Matikanefukukitaru. Machikane has more friendship bonus, more training effectiveness than Marvelous Sunday. However, and she also has the wit bonus. She has friendship recovery. So she's a good wit card. Okay, she's a good wit card. We have 35 specialty priority though. Okay, we have 35 specialty priority. However, is she a Fuji Kiseki, right? Is she on the same tier as Fuji Kiseki? And I would say she's basically there. Yeah, she's basically there for me because she doesn't have any race bonus. She has no race bonus, and that's not as good. That's not nearly as good. She has the same tier of specialty priority as Fuji Kiseki. And if we take a look at her skills, what do we got? We have Lucky 7, Hakodate Racecourse. We have some stamina skills. Common in Crowd is pretty niche because it's only when you're surrounded mid-race. 777s, though, I think is very relevant for certain stats. And I think Ogre Cap Christmas Edition actually uses the skill to kind of control her stamina and control her signature skill. But other than that, it's okay. Her events, she has 5 energy, 1 mood on the first chain. Second chain, you could choose the second and you roll the dice, right? I don't think that's that great. I don't think she's that great. I would put her in the same tier personally as Fuji Kiseki. So let's look at Mejiro Dober. Mejiro Dober. What do we got here? We got 0 specialty priority. So what does that mean? That means it's you're not going to see Mejiro Dober on her wit training that often. She does have wit friendship recovery 4, so she's on par with some of the other cards, right? But race bonus 5 is good. Training effectiveness is 15. That is like good, but like, do you really care about how big your wit stat is? when you couple this with the fact that she doesn't even appear on Wit training that often, like, what are you doing? Why we play Wit cards is typically for that Wit friendship recovery, and also the efficiency of getting stats on top of it. The fact that Mejiro Dober has no specialty priority to speak of is going to land her in the D tier, unfortunately. Ikuno Dictus. Ikuno Dictus was the previous featured SR card. I think she's still featured actually right now. She has a rate up, and you have 55 specialty priority, which is nice. 55 is nice. However, what do you see here? Chat, do you see it? Do you see what this Ikuno Dictus is kind of missing? She's missing Wit friendship recovery. She is missing Wit friendship recovery. That's really bad. That means whenever you're doing the Wit friendship training with her, you're not even getting +3. Usually you get +3, but you're not even getting that. You're getting 0 energy from training with her. And so for that reason, Ikuno Dictus is a extremely niche card. There are Guts Wit builds out there, but you wouldn't run her unless you run other Wit cards on top of it. On her own, for most general use case, she's a D tier. Next card is Nice Nature. Nice Nature is the card that appears for the event. You could get maximum break for her easily by playing and participating in the event. And what you'll notice is that free cards that appear on the shop, cards that you could farm through an event, they are weaker. In fact, to get the unique effect, you cannot get the unique effect from max leveling the card. You have to get at least 2 limit break to get the unique effect. Contrary to most other cards, you get the unique effect as soon as you hit max level. But you shouldn't have any problem with max limit breaking it because you're intended to by actually farming for the card. Now, the question is Nice Nature good? Is Nice Nature nice? Well, we have friendship bonus, cool. We have training effectiveness, that's cool. We got Wit bonus as well, that's really nice. 20 Wit, 30 friendship gauge, seems good so far. Race bonus 5. Uh-oh. 0 specialty priority. 0 specialty priority, and she only has 3 friendship recovery, which compared to the other maximum breaks are whatever. If you have nothing else, if you don't have any of these other Wit cards, if you don't have anything from Daiwa, Agnes, Marvelous Sunday, sure, like, not bad, but she is not good by comparison to those cards. I wouldn't put her in D tier because she's still, well, she doesn't have specialty priority. You know what? I think I'm putting her in D tier. I think I'm putting her in D tier. She's not that good. So we're done with all the Wit cards. Let's talk about Hishi Amazon. Is Hishi Amazon good? Well, if we take a look at her stats, we got 43 friendship bonus. That is huge. That is huge. I don't think any of the Wit cards had 43 friendship bonus, right? 43 friendship bonus is kind of crazy. Now, she doesn't have training effectiveness, and you do want, like, friendship bonus with training effectiveness because they stack together multiplicatively, right? That's what you would like, but no training effectiveness. What does she have, though? She has 50 specialty priority. So she's definitely very usable for a lot of power cards. She has 10 race bonus. This is thanks to her unique effect. Her unique effect has it, so if you don't see it in her support effects, it's because it is in her unique effect. She has 10% race bonus, but no training effectiveness. She does have stamina bonus, though, which is really good. When you're training a late surger, right? It's cool to have stamina when you're training power at the same time, because when you train power, it's power as a main stat, stamina as a substat. Okay? So, what else does Hishi Amazon have? Well, her skill, she is very much primarily aimed towards end closers. So you have end closer savvy, end closer straightaway spurt. These are all end closer skills. Now, there's not that many end closers right now. There's only gold chip, but eventually we'll get more. But besides the end closer skills, though, she still has 50 specialty priority. She still has 43% friendship bonus. She has initial power. She has initial friendship gauge, right? She has stamina bonus. These are really good selling points for Hishi Amazon. What else does she have for events? She has some speed, some power there. Masterful Gambit, that's another end closer skill. We have other events as well, plus 10 energy for the top option. And over here, you don't have to roll the dice. You could either get more end closer skill, or you have the option to just get 5 power and 15 skill points. So, Hishi Amazon is a very good power card. For that reason, we will put it on A tier. I think she's total A tier card. And for A tier, what we're doing for the tiers, I probably should have explained this earlier, but what we're doing for the tiers is A tier cards are essentially cards that are great, especially when applied to the preferred type, right? To someone that it was designed for. It's a good card that is especially good when for someone else that they are applied for. So for end closers, Hishi Amazon is great. And she's just a good card in general as well. Agnes Digital. Agnes Digital, she has 32 friendship bonus. She has mood effect, we don't care. No stat bonuses to speak of, but she has training effectiveness, initial power, friendship gauge. But what do we see over here? The biggest alarm bell is no specialty priority. No specialty priority. That is zero specialty priority. And for that reason, that is going to land Agnes Digital into the D tier. She has some mild skill, medium skill, late surger. She got like some stamina skills, jammed early race. When surrounded mid race, these are conditions for her heal skills to proc. These aren't good. These are not good. So, not only does she have bad stat sticks, she has bad skills to give too. Her events are okay. They're not crazy. They're not good. It's to the glue factory. To the glue factory for that one. Absolute D tier. Do not level up Agnes Digital. You are griefing yourself if you do. Biwa Hayahide. Biwa Hayahide. What do we got? We got 20 friendship bonus. That's okay. Cool. Stamina bonus. That's big. That's good. Right? Do we have the specialty priority to back it up? Yes. Yes. We got 60 specialty priority. That is great. So we're going to get all of these stat stick passives. Friendship bonus. 15 training effectiveness. Stamina bonus. That's great. That's good. Right? Friendship gauge 30. 5 race bonus. That's massive. That's huge. Right? It's good. It's great. And if we take a look at her skills, Biwa Hayahide. Look at her. She's crazy. She's insane. Have you seen her outfit? It's nuts. Skills are okay. Like, we got some green skills. Green skills are not that great. Green skills are kind of lower in priority in terms of buying them. But for the green skills, I mean, yeah, these are pretty tough. These are pretty rough. But those stat sticks passives, if you're trying to get like a generic power card you put on anyone, Biwa Hayahide is where you want to be. And if you have a long distance runner, great. Great, right? Her events are pretty bad. Her events are pretty bad. Chain event 1, chain event 2, you're losing energy. You are losing energy. So they are pretty bad. But she still has amazing stat stick passives. She also has hint levels on top of it. So hint levels on top of initial friendship gauge. What does that mean? That means, or I'm sorry, hint frequency. What does that mean? It means that she'll have a hint more often, and a hint gives you 5 more friendship whenever you train with them when they have the hint. So she's like one of the easiest cards to build friendship with. And the faster you can build friendship, the more easier it is to build your friendship with all your support deck, right? And the faster you'll get to friendship training. And then you have all these passives. So Biwa Hayahide is absolutely going to land herself in the A tier. Let's talk about Mihono Bourbon. 43 friendship bonus. Same as Hishi Amazon. Crazy. Good. Power bonus 1. Specialty priority 50. Okay. Hint frequency 2, just on top of it. Who like, why not? Why not just throw some hint frequency too? We don't get the hint levels, but you got hint frequency. You have 20 initial power. You have 25 initial friendship gauge. You have 5 race bonus. Okay. These are great. These are the makings of a great card. What skills does she have? Well, Mihono Bourbon herself is a cyborg who excels at front running at long distance tracks. So, what do you got for skills? You got front runner, early lead, front runner straightaways. I think front runners, any velocity skill for front runner on straightaways is good. Front runner corners, right? Corner recovery. This is great. Why is corner recovery so good? Is because it's the prerequisite skill to swinging maestro which is the best stamina skill in the game right now, right? So more discounts on corner recovery is more discounts for swinging maestro. It's perfect. You got front runner straightaways again from the event, so you could get even double up on the hints for front runner straightaways, right? You got focus, right? Focus is a really good PvP skill. Events, what do you got for events? You got -10 on chain 2, sure, on energy. Random event, you could choose to get +10 energy. You got focus as a hint for a random event. Mihono Bourbon is a great card. I hesitate to put it on S tier, but she's like super close. I think no, I'm gonna stick with my guns. She's gonna be an A tier. She's still good. She's really good. Man, dude, I don't know. Cause like then I would probably want to put Biwa in S tier. She's like A+ for sure. Moving on. Mejiro Ryan, 0 specialty priority. 0 specialty priority. That is a huge L. That is a huge L. 10 race bonus. We got stamina bonus. We got training effectiveness with friendship bonus. But what does it matter if she doesn't end up on the power training? What do we got here though? Maybe we got some skills. Maybe Mejiro Ryan is a niche card for some skills. Wet conditions. Ugh. Rainy days. Ugh. I think wet conditions actually is not that bad. But rainy days, I don't think that's that great. Up tempo, medium straightaways, very niche for medium. But medium distance is probably one of the most frequent distances to run. Nimble Navigator is a acceleration skill when the way ahead is blocked in the last spurt. It is probably not that great. I probably want speed skills on the last spurt. Because you want to start accelerating starting from the late race, right? Pace strategy is okay. You got to be passed by another runner. It's like, it's a pretty high condition skill. What about her events? Power, energy -10. You get maximum energy +4, but I don't think it's like that as good as what some other people would say. But yeah, Mejiro Ryan, the fact that she just has no specialty priority, unfortunately, is just going to land her in the D tier. Just not very flexible. And even as a niche card, I don't think I would run her. Daitaku Helios, that's the last one, right? So Daitaku Helios, what do we got here? 70 specialty priority. 70. And she got hint frequency. And she got initial friendship. And she got power bonus. And she's got friendship bonus. So as a stat stick, as a card to build friendship with, 10 race bonus too. 10 race bonus. 70 specialty priority. That's really high. That's like Kitasan Limit Break 3 levels. I think Kitasan Limit Break 3 is like 60, right? But what about the skills ramp up? Pretty cool for any of the late surger and closer, right? She got some mild skills. She got slipstream as well. Slightly decreased wind resistance. I'm pretty sure this is acceleration. Oh, it's target speed. Interesting. Okay. Oh no, that's the speed stuff. Okay. So 15 centimeters per second for 3 seconds. And the condition is you just have to be like maybe behind someone, which is totally doable for any like late surger, pace chaser even. Definitely with the 70 specialty priority. And let's look at the events too. We got 20 energy on the bottom option for a chain event. Otherwise you got stats, straight descent, improved speed on downhill is kind of cool. And all her events as well. Hot Topic as a bottom option for her random event, which is improving your ability to build friendship with Etsuko, the reporter, and Director Akikawa. As well, what do we got over here? Long Shot. Long Shot's not that great, but the top one, you get some stats. I think for sure Daitaku Helios belongs at least in the A tier. I don't think necessarily for S tier. 70 is great. 70 definitely is really good, right? The thing though is that power cards are just not that used often. Okay? Power cards are just not that used often. And so I think for sure she definitely goes high A tier. She's better than Hishi Amazon. She's definitely better than Hishi Amazon. We're moving on from power. What else? What do we got left on the tier list? We got guts. Okay. And let's just compare it to like Grass Wonder. That's widely regarded as the best Guts card, right? All right, Guts. I don't think there's a lot to talk about too much on these. Guts cards are interesting. They're cool because Guts training gives you speed and it gives you power. So if you could find out or play a Guts deck, I haven't really done this too much myself. I've done it a lot in JP, but I can't explain why or like explain well how good it is. It's kind of a meme, honestly. It's kind of a meme. Guts improves your ability in the last spurt, right? It reduces stamina consumption and affects bonuses you get during the last spurt. So in some ways it's a substitute for stamina, but not in a lot of ways. For Air Groove though, if you're looking at all the Guts cards for Air Groove is a good Guts card. She has 60 specialty priority, 10 race bonus, 20 friendship bonus, 10% training effectiveness, Guts bonus as well, which is okay. But Guts bonus is not really too much to speak of, honestly. But with all these stat stick passives, I definitely think Air Groove for a Guts card is really good. But Guts cards, for me, cannot go higher than like a B tier. She's really good for a Guts card, but for me, can't really go higher than a B tier. So let's talk about Yukino Bijin. What does Yukino Bijin have? She has 20 friendship bonus. She's got power bonus. Power bonus is good. You got training effectiveness. If you're training like Guts, if you're doing like a Guts build, you want power bonus, right? Because you don't care too much about Guts. You care about the other stats it trains, which are speed and power, right? Friendship gauge, 25. Specialty priority, 60, right? I would say she's definitely better than Air Groove. She's definitely better than Air Groove, but I don't think it's enough to put her in A tier. It's still a Guts card, so... And the fact that she doesn't have race bonus balances that out quite a bit, right? Same specialty priority, though. She has hints, right? She has initial friendship gauge. So, for a Guts card, among the best. Moving on, we got Meisho Doto. Lower specialty priority, right? Lower specialty priority, 5 race bonus. Training effectiveness 15, friendship bonus 25, 1 Guts bonus, right? What about her skills? Meisho Doto is the rival of Teiya Mapporo. Her skills, they're okay. They got some green skills here, non-standard. It's pretty decent, I think, as far as the green skill goes. Firm conditions is good because it happens a lot, happens frequently. Prepare to pass, pace chaser. What do we got for events? We got a random dice roll event that could give you energy or take away energy. Bottom option seems a lot better for mood. 10 energy, 1 mood. Okay. 10 energy, 1 mood on the top option. Ooh, 10 energy here. Okay. I think Meisho Doto maybe is not like the best in terms of being a stat stick, but she still has some specialty priority. She does have training effectiveness. She does have friendship bonus, right? She has some race bonus, and she has really good events, right? You could choose max energy, mood up. You could choose, and second chain event gives you energy, mood up. You have top option, energy, mood up. You have top option, energy for the second random. I think Meisho Doto, as far as Guts cards go, can easily find herself in the B tier. Nice Nature, though. Is Nice Nature nice? What is it with Nice Nature? She has no specialty priority. What is it? Is it like a lore thing? Is she just not like... Is she not attending class? Is she playing hooky? What's happening? No specialty priority. That already puts her in a really bad spot. But what about her skills? Are her skills nice? Well, I think it's pretty similar to her other... Oh, wait, no. Okay, we have Lay Low, Small Breather. Those are whatever. There's high conditions, right? Late Surger, though. Decent. But it's late race, too. Late race could be fine. Corner Acceleration, Go with the Flow. I mean, we have the debuff skills. That's really what it is, right? The debuff skills. But it's still, like, pretty niche. Medium or Late Surger. I mean, medium is very frequent, but still, like, it's only restricted to medium, is what I mean. What about her events? Stamina Guts, extra tank, right? Random event, 20 energy, 10 energy. We got ramp up, or we got mood, maximum energy. It's not good enough. Nice Nature, unfortunately, is going to find herself in D tier along with her Wit card. No, there's just no specialty priority. So even for a Guts card where you need to prioritize the fact that you're training speed and power at the same time, right? Absolutely D tier. Mayano Top Gun, Manhattan Cafe. These are the only stamina SR cards right now. So what do we got? Turns out for the stamina SR cards, if you look at the specialty priority, they're really good. They are really good. 55? 70? 70? That's Daitaku Helios. That's Daitaku Helios tier, right? That's higher than Maximum Break Kitasan. Not Maximum Break, I'm sorry. 3 Limit Break. And I think it is still higher. Like they changed how they calculated this for whatever reason, but I think it's still higher. So 3 Limit Break Kitasan. This is a stamina card, but stamina is important. If you are running a medium distance runner, if you're running a long distance runner, stamina is very important. And if you don't have room to borrow Super Creek, any of these like stamina cards are very good. But let's just take a look, make sure. Mayano Top Gun, specialty priority 55. She doesn't have any initial friendship gauge, so that's tough. That makes it pretty hard to be friends with her. But she has friendship bonus, 37.5%. That's good. 10% training effectiveness. That's better than Manhattan Cafe. 5 race bonus, which is great. Skill point bonus too. So what about her skills? Well, we got straightaway recovery, which is a decent healing skill. We have non-standard distance, which is a good green skill for sure. We have corner adept. We have straightaway adept. We got nimble navigator, which is actually, yeah, no, nimble navigator is okay. Go with the flow. I like personally for late surgers and pace chasers, right? I think her skills are fantastic, and she has focus. She has focus from her chain event. So this is like really likely to happen. Focus is good. Focus is a great skill. It's great for PvP. It's great for team trials. Reduces your start time delay, which everyone has. Every Umamusume, when they run a race, everyone has start time delay, some degree of it. And focus reduces it. I think it multiplies it by 0.9, right? It reduces it by 10%. Everyone has some amount of start delay. So cutting it by 10% is good. And especially it improves your chances of getting a strong start in PvP and team trials. And it also provides discounts for its better skill, concentration. So focus is good. Especially good for front runners. This is like an essential front runner skill to have. So focus is great. And straightaway adept. Mayano Top Gun's a front runner, so it makes sense, right? Straightaway adept I think is pretty good too. It doubles up on her support hint as well, so very nice. Training events, you get skill point 30, which is cool. You have skill point 15 with the focus. You have some stats over here. You have straightaway adept or some stats. I think Mayano Top Gun easily lands herself in the S tier. Sweep Tosho. Should we talk about Sweep Tosho first? Sweep Tosho. Sweep Tosho has 50 specialty priority. She's got 20 hint frequency. She's got initial friendship gauge to go with the hint frequency. She's got 5% race bonus. She's got 30% friendship bonus. No bonuses in main stats. But she's got 10% training effectiveness. So she's got the trifecta. She's got specialty priority. She's got training effectiveness. She's got friendship bonus. Then she even has on top of that easy to build friends with, initial friendship gauge, hint frequency, right? She's everything you want from a stat stick card. Details. What about the skills? Slipstream, prudent positioning, whatever. I can see right through you. Useless. This one, good for an end closer, I guess. She got, though, trick, murmur. Trick. So stamina drain debuffs are, I'm pretty sure, the best type of debuffs, right? And the fact that she has stamina drain, and this is like, what, 1%, right? It's 1% stamina drain. That's great. And these are very usable. Slightly increased fatigue for rush runners behind when positioned toward the front mid-race or when positioned toward the back mid-race. Very good card. Incredible card. Anyone would be happy to run this card. She is like the Kitasan Black of SR cards. Boom. Sweep Tosho is easily an S tier card. Anyone would run her in their deck. If you have Sweep Tosho, Maximum Break, pat yourself on the back. You got the Kitasan Black of speed cards. Okay, Eishin Flash SR speed card. What does she got? For her passives, we got 35 specialty priority, which is worse than Sweep Tosho. We have, though, hint frequency 40, and we have friendship gauge. So those two coupled together are very good. Race bonus 5, which is very good. Training effectiveness 5, friendship bonus 20, and speed bonus 1. Very, very good passives right there. As far as skills, wet condition, rainy day, some synergy there, but I don't like rainy days too much. Passing pro is... Oh, wait, no, this is not it. I'm sorry. My bad. Cut that out. This is the support hint. So skills for Eishin Flash. We got standard distance, very good. Late surger, straightaways. Late surger corners. We got fighter. I think these are all good late surger skills. I think these are all good. 3 second, 15 centimeters per second. 3 second, 15 centimeters per second. 3 second acceleration on point 2. Slightly increased passing ability. When does it happen? When you overtake? Sure. Why not? Straightaway acceleration. These are fantastic skills for a late surger. This is amazing for a late surger. You have maximum energy and energy plus 10 on the first chain event. Plus on the second chain event, 20 energy and home stretch haste. And the random event, I don't know, target inside guts is whatever. Who cares? Responding to unforeseen, who cares? But fantastic events, fantastic late surger skills, fantastic skill in home stretch haste, great stat stick passives. Eishin Flash is going to land herself in the Esther. Narita Taishin, 20 specialty priority. She's got hint frequency. She's got friendship gauge, so that's nice. We got 5 race bonus, which is good. We got 10 training effectiveness, 20 friendship bonus, 20 initial speed. That's whatever, right? You're going to train speed anyway. Chances are the 20 speed don't matter, right? Initial friendship gauge is 30. I think we already said that. Speed bonus, pretty good. What does she got for skills? Well, Narita Taishin has Lone Wolf as a skill hint, which means it's very unlikely. Just look at all the skill hints she could give you. Lay low, I don't like. Calm in the crowd, I don't really like. Standing by, I don't really like. But if anyone were to use these skills, it is for the racer that Narita Taishin, this card is built for. And it is the end closer. Jammed ahead, surrounded. End closers probably can reliably proc these stamina skills. What else do we got? We got Masterful Gambit, right? Masterful Gambit, move up in preparation to close the gap in late race. I think you probably are pretty skill dependent for end closers. You got end closer corners, end closer intense gaze. These are great, fantastic skills for an end closer. I think Narita Taishin is still gonna land herself in A tier, and I'll tell you why. It's because she's still a speed card. She's still a speeds card, and because she's fantastic for end closers, she's good for that niche. She's great for the niche, and this is where A tier cards go. It's good on its own, great for a niche. That is an A tier card for me. So I think Narita Taishin still deserves to be an A tier. Next one is King Halo. King Halo. We got King Halo here. Is King Halo good? Let's see. We have 20 friendship bonus. We have 60 specialty priority. I should have went over that first. 60 specialty priority. That's fantastic. That's the best out of all speed cards. Out of all SR speed cards right now, 60 specialty priority. That's close to being a Kitasan Black at 3 limit break. We have hint frequency 50 with 25 initial friendship gauge, so she's really easy to become friends with. She has some initial speed as well, so help you out on your earlier races. Not like that crazy though, I think, because eventually you're gonna get that speed up. Training effectiveness 5%, great. With the 20% friendship bonus, fantastic. 60 special priority. We have the trifecta, right? And we're easy to make friends. We got a speed and power bonus for base stats. Speed and power. That is crazy. That she's like a mini Kitasan Black, even more so than Sleep Tosho, because Kitasan Black is definitely part of her value is the fact that at Limit Break 1 she has that power bonus, right? But look at that, she has 60 specialty priority compared to 20 for Kitasan Black. She is a fantastic card already from a statistic perspective, but what about her skills? Well, you have support hints, you have corner recovery, which is fantastic for a stamina skill. She's gonna double up with your Super Creek, right? Make that Swinging Maestro a little cheaper. She's got firm conditions, which is good, right? Other than that, it's like sprint dependent, whatever. But she has home stretch haste from a chain? No, from a random event. From a random event, bottom option, you may advise me, gives you home stretch haste, which is cool. It's a random event though. This event kind of sucks. You got minus 20 energy, but you get some stats for it. But minus 20 energy, you could also choose minus 1 mood. This bottom option, never pick this. Top option's fine. At least you get some stats to compensate for the energy loss, right? But yeah, chain events are totally fine. Events as a whole are, you know, totally fine. I think home stretch haste beats out this, and the fact you still get stats is good. King Halo is gonna be an S tier card. Aoi Kiryuin. This is the trainer or friend card. Particularly with the URA scenario, she does have increased output for her special events. For a friend card, however, I don't really like Aoi Kiryuin because her first 3 events have energy, sure, and mood, but her 4th event only has mood. Her 5th event, like, what is this 5th event? Who cares? Subdued frontrunners? Like, it doesn't give you energy, it doesn't give you mood. Why would you ever do this, right? You might get mood, it's a random one. Trainer event, you could get energy, sure. And the top one, you could get, you will get energy because you typically play Aoi Kiryuin to date her, right? Not romantically or whatever. I mean, maybe it is, I don't care. But either way, it's to get all these chain events, right? So Aoi Kiryuin is like, if you need to round out like the mood and you have like, no, I don't know. I don't think Aoi Kiryuin's good. I'm sorry. I don't think Aoi Kiryuin's good. She's not worth it to run even as a trainer card with events. I think she's totally a D tier. So these are my tiers. Let me know what you guys think in the comments below. Leave a like and sub if you want to see more Umamusume content, and I'll see you on the next one. Bye.